This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Washington. I'm here with Masculine Excellence. Since 2021, this success coach has been building men while leveling up their finance and their dating game. I am joined here with the owner and coach, Joshua. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to be on here.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. After serving in the Marines and obtaining your bachelor's degree at IGT Technical Institute, you became a federal law enforcement officer. You then kind of really had an epiphany, and you realized you were still a slave working day in and day out, caught inside the matrix, if you will. You then decided to build up your own brand, achieve success for yourself. Share with me a little bit how this journey got started for you.
So the way this journey got started, I just started noticing how men started having trouble dating, and they started having trouble. I just noticed the suicide rates for men, and really I started seeing just a decline in men speaking out in public to women. They're on these dating sites all the time. I see a lot of ambition in people. I see that people have the ability to level up and do things, and they're not capitalizing on it. So sometimes you need that nudge, you need that help because they don't know how to. So I brainstormed one day and I was like, what service can I provide that I'm good at, that I can provide value? And I've always been good at dating and being a gregarious person in general, networking, dating, talking to women. And on top of my fitness, being a Marine and being a law enforcement officer. So I can help others do the same because that goes hand in hand with things as far as working out and going to the gym and having that discipline.
That is excellent. I mean, a lot of people probably experience or have seen what you've seen. You actually did something about it. I think that's great. I mean, let's start off first of all. Joshua, I grew up in a day when men were not ashamed to be men. I mean, how has this generation maybe seemed to have stripped the confidence from males today, would you say?
Yeah, I see that society is now telling people it's bad to be competitive. Like, no, everyone gets a trophy, and not to be aggressive, not to be a man, not to be masculine. They're saying no, masculine is bad. It's okay. You should cry. You should show your feminine side, and they push this so like they don't want men to be masculine anymore, and that's what makes America great today is masculine men stepping up and doing what needs to be done. You would see back then with the drafts, right? People would get drafted. People were faking their age to sign up to go to fight for war. And now you don't see that. You see people complaining about gluten in their food and wanting to file a lawsuit, and they're PTSD from that.
I would definitely agree. I mean, when you look at it, kind of hard to tell somebody not to be what they're actually wired to be. I mean, exactly. Not only has this changed men, but it has changed relationships. Do you feel women today actually want men who are confident and take charge of their physique, their finances, as well as their life?
Absolutely. That's a lot of women. I saw something the other day. These women, they want someone who's 6 foot, makes 6 figures a year, all these stipulations. And but they want the masculine, are naturally attracted to a masculine man, to answer your question, but naturally attracted to that. But sometimes the ideology of wanting to say, no, men are devil, they should be feminine, they shouldn't do this. But those same people are naturally attracted to a masculine man that handles his business, is responsible, and provides and protects and does what's right. Even if he's not happy doing it, he still goes and does what needs to be done to support the household and make sure his family is safe.
Excellent. I mean, we see divorce is at an all-time high. I mean, how do you help men overcome the self-esteem blow and rejection of separation? How do you help them?
So when I see men go through that, right, I tell them that I've been through it too. And naturally, you try to go for a quick rebound. It's not the way to do. You have to heal first. You have to accept. You have to get over it. And then once you get over it, and once you get past that, then you start learning strategies on how to approach women, because it's different today than it used to be. Women, they make it that way. Like back in the day, like you said with the divorces, right? Our grandparents, people like that, they got married, they toughed it out and stayed married for a lifetime they did that. Now, woman, oh, I'm just not happy. We just not clicking, so I'm just going to get a divorce. And they just throw it away. They don't work hard to repair something and water it and make sure to fix it and stick to it when you make a value commitment. And that's what I'm seeing today is everyone wants that, oh, I'm not happy. You're not doing it for the happiness. You're going to have ups and downs all the time, but you work together and you fix the problem.
Quite different than what, like you said, we seen our parents grow up with or grandparents back in the day. It's really about people seeing they bring value to the table. So basically, you're saying a lot of times we got to make sure we have value there so we feel good about ourselves before maybe even letting somebody in on a relationship, I would say.
Exactly. And that's why going to the gym is important too, that fitness level, because you realize, hey, you put yourself through trials and it hurts and it sucks. You're tired, you're sore, but you get results. You start feeling better. You get more confident in yourself. Then you're going to do something bigger. Like, hey, you know what? Let me start a business. Let me learn. Let me figure out, find a mentor to do what needs to be done. If I know I've pushed myself past limits that I didn't think I could do, now let me push it more. The sky's the limit. And it's just actually just the beginning. So you can get through that. So that mentality, it helps you with that confidence in any realm that you pursue.
I mean, you teach not only leading in relationships, but becoming a leader really in life. I mean, dressing to impress and being in shape. When you look good, you feel good. Does image matter out there when you're dealing with men?
It absolutely matters. When someone sees someone that's, in fact, just earlier today, I was walking out of Fred Meyer. This guy just saw me and he just, hey, emoji, okay. Just gave me that. It's just respecting that. Hey, he sees this guy's in shape. I want to go out of my way to say hi to him and let him know, hey, you're doing something right. They do. When you see someone in shape, they have discipline. They care about their appearance and they're consistent. So hey, that person puts in work and they respect you that way, and you get much more respect being in shape that way and looking good rather than if you just let yourself go and just don't care.
I mean, for men maybe out there who look in the mirror and they don't feel confident, how important is controlling what we can in life instead of dwelling on things maybe we can't control?
That's very important. Exactly. Let's say I went through a horrible situation a couple years ago. I'm sure you probably read about it, but it was one of the worst times I've ever had to deal with in my life. It was stressful, and but what I did learn that the Marines actually taught me is how to self motivate. So you take that pain, that anger, that rage, all that's going bad in your life that makes you put you in that dark side, get those dark thoughts in your head, and you convert it to something positive because that energy doesn't just go away. You have to know and understand it's affecting me negatively now. How can I take this and put it towards something positive to improve myself and help others? Because you naturally feel good helping other people or giving someone a compliment. When that's why people do. When you give someone a compliment and that makes their day, you're probably never going to see them again. But you feel good doing that. So I naturally feel good helping someone else and improving themselves.
Like you say, you go through something very stressful. That energy is intense. Why not put that intense energy towards something that actually propels you forward? Let me ask you this. Are many men maybe confused what an alpha lifestyle actually is? I mean, the fact that some are doing all this just to impress other people, I mean, that's not really an alpha, would you say?
Doing it that way, it's actually a beta move doing that. Like if you're going and you're pretending to be something that you're not. For example, and people get it mistaken, like someone who's an alpha is their masculinity, when that's not true. You can be a sigma and be very masculine. You could wear glasses, but you are responsible. You take care of your business. You do what needs to be done. And but if you're pretending to be something, doing things to be an alpha, but it's not really you, that's beta behavior if you think about it, right? So that's
Yep, I've experienced that. I've seen that firsthand with people out there. I mean, an actual alpha can see right through that, and they're basically able to see somebody like that. Let's face it, the world is teaching that masculinity is bad, yet the very traits of a masculine man are really what kept the world turning. Does the talk of toxic masculinity, does that need to be reduced, would you say, in society out there?
absolutely, because there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's this phrase that, and actually meant something totally different, but now it got spun out into this whole phrase of, oh, if you're masculine at all, you're toxic. And that's not the case. Like you said, It was the masculine men that made this country America today, that fought that none of the British. That's those the same things that the men being having a voice and being disagreeable, just not a yes man. Those men that stand up and say, no, this isn't right. We're not going to do this. You know what? We're going to actually go and fight for something that's not right. That's what masculine men do. And that's why when something happens, when a woman's getting assaulted or she's getting harassed by somebody, touching, first thing she's going to do, she's going to find a man and say, help. She wants a man to help. Not saying any better. It's just we're different. We're built different. We have different roles. And
well, more and more we're being taught not to have an opinion, not to speak up for what's right. I mean, not to even share our beliefs. Don't rock the boat. That is not really something to look up to. And obviously, we're teaching our kids, we're teaching boys and young men in our society. Let me ask you this. I mean, today we see men under much stress. How does some good old-fashioned sweat and physical activity reduce that stress, and how do you help them there?
Well, some good old-fashioned sweat and physical activity is actually what helps get rid of all that internal stress that we bottle up. It's a good way to release it. It's a healthy way to release it. So places like going to the gym, right? Let's say if you're going to the gym, you set a goal like, hey, I want to lose weight, I want to put on muscle, or whatever your goal is. You go and do that, and it's work. It hurts. You're tired, and you're seeing that you're getting stronger. When you see that, when you see that, and you see you're reaching those goals, you crave it. You crave it more, and it's a good thing to be addicted to because overall, it's your health, right? Your health is number one important, so you want to be taking care of your health, and you get that confidence to handle any other thing, any other adverse things that you're afraid of in life. For example, with the gym. Even working out, a lot of people are afraid to do bench press or they're afraid to go on the squat rack because it's intimidating. But those very exercises are the ones that are really important on getting your body to grow and getting stronger. And so you have to face those kinds of fears. So doing that in the gym, you apply those fundamentals in life, then you go far. You do really well.
I mean, that physical aspect is obviously a great part of what you do. Masculine men, I mean, they make the world go round, but money too makes the world go round. Why is being financially literate important in your coaching as well?
Well, it's very important to have money to not just settle for, a 9 to 5 job, to be able to have the ability to acquire the funds that you need to have power to do something, right? Because that money isn't everything, like they say, it doesn't, but it does give you, if you want to do something good for the world, it gives you the power, the ability to make a dent, to have an impact, or your voice. If you think, hey, you know what, if I wish I had money so I could go over here and fix this, or I could go over here and I could save the world, whatever it is that you want to do, but it requires some funding. So it's important to have that, and also to take care of your family, take care of your kids, take care of your loved ones. Because it's a very powerless, a lot of men, they feel powerless when they can't assist financially, when they can't take care of their woman.
Absolutely. I mean, money is definitely a tool that we can use to help others, propel ourselves, you name it, across the board. I mean, you were a men's coach. How is your coaching delivered? Is this done in person, virtually online, a little bit of each? How do they get started with you?
It's actually a little bit of both. So we sit down with them and we have a consultation. Let them tell me about what's going on, why they are seeking out for coaching. Which area is it for your dating life? Is it for your fitness? Is it for you're trying to improve your finances? And so once they do that and they tell me a little bit about them, I put a package together for them. So let's say we're having a Zoom call, and the person they could improve their wardrobe, they can improve the way they look. So we have a Hollywood makeover. It's a person who does makeovers for the men. It gets them, the makeup, the hair, gets them all cleaned up, the outfit that goes with it, and if they're overweight, things that will complement that. All these different things to help get their confidence right. And or let's say if the client has issue with they're shy, they're afraid to talk to women. So we teach them, hey, you know what? Every day, just go out and say hi to someone, give them a compliment. Hey, I like that.
Basically, you're going to take that client and based on a consultation with them, you're going to customize what it is they're really looking for, what they're needing, and helping them out in that way. Joshua, you believe men are born to conquer. I mean, you teach to build, maybe you should build your life first, even before you invite a woman into that life. You teach that a masculine mindset is necessary. It's not just physique, but it's actually that mindset as well. Has this been rewarding work for you?
It absolutely has been rewarding. Like I was saying earlier, it feels good to really help someone and see them excel and see them do well because they were struggling. When another man is asking you for help because they're struggling, something that you actually didn't have to study for, you know naturally, you can give them that and you can help them with that. That feels great. That feels amazing. It feels like you're actually having purpose. You're doing something with your own natural self-made skill and helping the world.
I think it's a great message. That's why I wanted to get you on the show, get it out there from my viewers. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is his contact information. You can check out his Instagram, his Facebook page. We're talking about those combined out there. He's got like 1 million followers out there that are following his videos, be it health or finance or just mindset for success. You're definitely going to learn it there. I mean, if you're ready to really up your game and learn the harsh truths about being a man, reach out today. Once again, that is masculine excellence, where betas become high value men. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.